Hello guys, I welcome you for this part 2 video of development of surfaces. So in the previous section we have seen what do you mean by development and what are all the types or methods available to develop a solid. So we have seen what do you mean by parallel line development and what do you mean by radial line development, right? So in this video we are going to solve one problem which comes under the category of parallel line development, right? So in parallel line development, yesterday we have seen a solid like this, so which is a square prism. In this square prism we haven't seen any truncated or frustum of kind of things here. So this is just a solid, so which we have used this parallel line development to develop these lateral surfaces, right? So what we are going to do now is some more advanced problems here. So in previous lectures in projection of solids, I told you there are two types of solids there. So one is frustum, so which is nothing but when you have when you cut a cut plane which is parallel to your base, and that is called your frustum, right? The same way this is your truncated solids. So instead of making the parallel cut, you are making some inclination to your solid which is producing a solid like this, which is called a truncated solids. So now what we are going to see in development of surfaces for this kind of truncated solids, so what will be the development at the end? So that's what we are going to see now, right? So I will explain the problem now. So the problem is, so here the object is a hexagonal prism. So a hexagonal prism, edge of base 20 mm and axis 50 mm long, rests with its base on HP. So it is resting on base on HP such that one of its rectangular faces parallel to VP, right? So they are giving the position for the object first. Then what is given there? So it is cut by a plane. So they are going to cut the object now. So it is cut by a plane perpendicular to VP and inclined at 45 degree to HP. So they are giving that. So the cutting plane is perpendicular to VP and it is inclination with respect to HP at the angle of 45 degree and passing through the right corner of the top face of the prism. So develop the lateral surfaces. So this is what given here. So the object here is hexagonal prism. So I have taken one hexagonal prism which is not having the top and bottom faces, only the lateral surfaces. For this development of surfaces purpose, I have taken a prism which is not having top and bottom faces, only the lateral surfaces I have taken. So what is given there? So first we will position the object now. So by what they have given. So here the object edge is 20 mm. So each side edge will be 20 mm. So an axis is 50 mm long. So the height of the object will be 50 mm long, right? So which is rest with its base on HP. So the base of this object is on HP plane. So this is your HP. So it is on HP such that one of its rectangular faces parallel to VP. So there are 6 number of rectangular lateral surfaces. So any one of should be parallel to VP. So I am going to keep the object like this, which also make this lateral surface parallel to your VP. So this is your VP plane and this is your lateral surfaces which is parallel to each other and it is also kept on HP. So first condition is over. So now we are talking about the cutting plane. So it is cut by a plane perpendicular to VP. So I am going to cut the object which is perpendicular to VP. So this is your VP. I am going to cut by perpendicular to VP and also inclined at 45 degree to HP. So whatever the inclination you make, it is also perpendicular to VP. So this is perpendicular to VP and 45 degree inclination. So I am going to cut my object. So if cut பண்ணும்போது, the part which is shown in blue color, that is your removable part and this is your remaining part. The part which is under blue, it is your remaining part. The part which is in blue, it is your removable part, right? So I am going to cut perpendicular to VP and inclined at an angle of 45 degree to HP. So one more constraint they have given. The cut plane is 45 degree inclination and also it is passing through right corner of top face of the prism. So this is your top face of the prism and it is your right corner. So the cut plane is passing through the right corner. I am just compressing it to make a view, clear view. So the object will be like this. In the front view, the object will be like this. So if I cut the object, right, and perpendicular to VP and perpendicular to VP and 45 degree inclination to HP. So it is passing through right top corner of your prism. So that's what given here. So when the part is removed, so what will be the remaining portion? That will be your development. So that's what we are going to see now. So first I will solve the problem. First I will solve the problem analytically. Graphically I will solve it, how to get the development. Then we will make experimentation through and we will compare your graphical and experimentation. Right. So first we will solve the problem now. So first what I am going to do, so I am going to make so this is my XY line, right? This XY line is having an object. So I know the object based on HP. So which means that the top view can be seen on this HP and front view on the top of the XY, right? So the top view will be like this. So the constraint given will be it is on HP and also lateral surfaces parallel to VP, so that it has to place like this. So when you place the object like this, your top view will be like this, right? So I have to draw the So for a perfection, I have used this rectangular plate, hexagonal plate. So I'm going to give the denotions here, right? So this is my A, B, C, D, E and F, right? So the bottom surfaces, right? So this is your top and the bottom. So I have a cut plane here, so I am going to give numericals to the cut plane, so that I am giving again alphabets to the bottom corners. So that is your A1, this is your B1, C1, D1, E1 and F1, right? So now I am going to draw the projectors. Right. So this is the projector from A, and this is the projector from F and C, and this is the projector from E and C. This is the projector from D. Right. So this object is a prism. So I am going to close the top side, right? So I am going to give a name now. So the top faces will be A, the corner will be A, the visible is F and the hidden is B. So it is A dash, F dash, and within a bracket it is B dash. This is E and C, so E dash and within a bracket C dash, and this is D dash. So the bottom names will be, this is your A1 dash and this is your F1 dash and B1 dash will be in bracket, and E dash and C1 dash will be in bracket and D1 dash, right? So now, so this is your simple question for the object. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to draw the cut plane for the given constraint. So what is the two constraint? One is perpendicular to VP and inclined 45 degree to HP. That is your first constraint. The second constraint is the cut plane is passing through right top corner of your prism, right? So what I'm going to do now, so from my XY line, I'm going to make an inclination 45 degree. That 45 degree inclination should pass through this point. So I'm going to make an inclination of 45 degree and that should pass like this. So this line shows the cutting line, so which is having inclination of 45 degree with HP, and this dotted line shows the cutting plane. So I have given a name for a cutting plane, XX. So this is my cutting plane, so which is passing through right top corner of your plane. So how we can make a development for this? So for this is obviously a hexagonal prism, so we are going to use a parallel line development here. So I'm going to make two horizontal lines, so which is exactly equals to your height of the prism, right? So this is exactly equals to your height of the prism, right? And this is your starting point. So this is the, so what will be the total length? So the total length of the prism will be, so there are, it is a hexagonal prism, so which is having 6 lateral surfaces and each side is 20 mm. So 6 into 20, so totally 120 mm will be the total length. So I'm going to divide this into 6 equal sections. So this is my section 1, this is my section 2. So each will be at the 3, 4, 5. So the remaining one will be 6th one. So I am going to erase it to make it equal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I have done, so I just developed the lateral surfaces without the cut plane, right? So now what I am going to do now, I am going to give denotions for this development, that is capital A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The final one again will be A, right? So the bottom name will be A1, A1, B1, C1, D1, E1, F1, and again it is A1, right? So I am going to give denotions for my cutting plane. So how to give denotions for a cutting plane? So the cutting plane, whenever the cutting plane passes the edges, that edges should be given a name. So for example, this A1 edge is passed through a cutting plane at this point, and this point can be given as 1, right? And again it is passing through this point, which is 2, and again it is passing through this point, which is 3, and again it is passing through this corner, which is 4, and one more corners. So this cutting plane is passing through the other side of the prism. So because the prism is having 2 sides, it is passing through A, 1, 2, 3, 4, and also it is passing through the other side, which is your 5 and 6. So this is your side 5, and which is in hidden, and this is your side 6, and again it is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have to reverse it like this. So now I am going to draw a horizontal line for this development from my cutting edges. So the cutting edges, from this cutting points, I am going to draw a horizontal line to the development like this. So at the point 2 and point 6, I am going to draw one more horizontal line, and again at point 3-5 I am going to draw one more horizontal line. Right, so already the point 4 is having the horizontal line. So these are all the points. Now I am going to mark the cutting points in my development. So this is my development area. So this area is my development, 2D development. So in this I am going to mark my points now. Right, so here A dash and A1 dash. Here it is A dash and A1 dash, which is cut by point number 1, which is here. So this is your point 1 and on A dash, A1 dash. So to mark this point, this is your 1 dash. Right? On F dash, B dash and B1 dash line, B dash, B1 dash line, which is cut by a point 6 or point 2. So you can take it as point number 2 dash. And again C dash, C1 dash, which is cut by a point 3. So this is your 3 dash. And this is D dash, D1 dash, D dash, D1 dash, which is cut by a point number 4, which is here, that is your 4 dash. So again E, E dash, this is your E, E dash line, so which is cut by a point number 5, so which is here, so this is your 5 dash. And this is your F dash and F1 dash, which is cut by a point 6 and which is here, and just mark it. And again finally it's closed by again 1 dash, that is your A dash, again the A dash line, so which is cut by a point number 1, so which is here, 1 dash. So you connect all these points from starting point from here. I'm going to draw a line which is connecting these points. I'm going to close it by making one horizontal line. Right? So the portion which is shown in red color will be the remaining part, the other removable part on this side. So this is how you have to draw your hexagonal prism. So one more thing, so when you are cutting the object by this cut plane and removing the portion at the top like this, so you have to view from it top. So when you are viewing from the top, you have to draw what you can able to see it from the top. So when you are removing this portion will be sectioned. That portion should be shown in the top view, which can be shown by using a hatch lines. So by using this hatch lines, so you can able to show it. So this is called sectional top view. So this portion is called sectional top view, which are because you are removing the top portion and you are just showing the sectioned one, right? So this is your developed cut plane, right? So what I am going to do now, I am going to check whether I am getting the same shape here. So as I told you, so this is my object. So I have shown the cut plane here, so which is highlighted. The highlighted one will be the cut plane like this, right? So I am going to make a cut and I am going to remove this blue part and I am going to compare my cut section with my experimentation. So I am going to make a cut here, you see here. So I am going to remove the top portion which is in blue in color. So which is passing through the corner points. right? So I just remove the top corner portion. I just removed this portion out. So what is remaining here? So the remaining is this portion, right? So I am going to develop it. So for that I am going to open it. So the dimension can be changed, but the shape will not be changed. So you see here, so the developed portion will be, so exactly matches the shape. So this is your point 1, point 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6 and again 1. The shape is exactly what we are getting in the development. Right? You see here, the shape is exactly like this, and if you close it, and you will be getting the cut section shape of the front view, and the top view will be like this, the sectioned one, which can be shown by the sectional hatch lines. So this is how you have to develop your cut section plane for the hexagonal prism.